Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Doctor of What YouTube channel. Today I just wanted to share my organization tips that I'm currently using. I have a lot of contracts at the moment for different courses, so I'm actually teaching 4 courses, marking for an additional course, and also developing a course, and kind of doing my own research and blog stuff on top of that, so very busy. I've always been an organized person, but I've kind of stepped that up even more for the current period in terms of how much work I have going. So I'm actually using 4 different techniques, and I just wanted to kind of share what I am doing for those. So as I mentioned, I have 4 different techniques, sort of organization techniques that I'm currently using. So this is one of them. This is basically a planner set out for each of the days and each of the weeks for my teaching contracts. So for my online teaching, they are 10-week terms, which is why it's set out in 10 weeks. I actually made this, as you can obviously tell, because it's not sort of what you would expect to buy. So I went looking for a planner. I couldn't find one that was kind of going to do what I wanted. So I just bought a poster, like a poster page, and created my own. And I am crossing off the days as I go as well to, get down to the end. So that is the first technique that I am using. And basically on this, I've sort of just got an overview of, I do different shifts for my different courses, and also when marking is coming in. So pretty basic here, just so I know like what shifts I have, whether they're in the morning or at night, but no sort of time or anything like that on there. The next organization sort of technique that I am using is Google Sheets. So I love Google Sheets because you can bring it up on sort of any of your devices that you are logged into on Google, including the phone, which I find really useful. So basically for this, I have my weeks down the bottom, and I am deleting as I go. So I'm currently up to week 3, so I've already deleted week 1 and 2, just so that it's easy, because it always opens up on the first sheet. So I've just split it up by the times there, and then basically splitting up my shifts using different colors for all of the different courses that I am doing, and putting in, what actual times am I going to be doing those. So a lot more specific than what the the on the wall planner is. I then also have my day to a page diary, which is very messy. So it's just a very plain day to a page 2020 diary. And the reason that I use this is because I basically just use it as my to-do list. So instead of having a to-do list on a normal to-do list sheet or a book, I like to have it in a diary. That way I can keep track of what do I actually need to do each day. And it does include some of those sort of the little things that I need to remember. Like for example, this morning I had to go and check the academic integrity of one of the assignments that I am marking, and then report any issues to the course coordinator. So just those small things that I'm not going to put on my calendar, but I do need to remember. So yeah, I would definitely recommend, if you like to-do lists, having a day to a page diary is really good. You can definitely get nicer ones than this. I just kind of decided last minute that I wanted to do this, so I got a very plain, boring black one. And the last thing that I am using is this sort of undated weekly planner. This one is from Kiki K, and it's basically just set up by the different days of the week. The reason I'm also using this one is I am keeping track of how many hours I am doing for each of my different contracts, including how many assignments am I marking. And I am keeping track of that because the way that we do our timesheets as casual employees is you kind of have to track, how many hours have I worked on each of my contracts each day. And I find it's easier to keep track of it like this. And it's also kind of a cute little planner there. So those are the 4 things that I am currently doing to stay on top of all of the contracts. And yeah, I would definitely recommend doing a combination and whatever works for you. And for me in particular, I find Google Sheets to be amazing because, like I said, I can check them on my phone. I can log into other computers. As long as I have my Google Chrome login, I'm able to use those. So definitely would recommend. So those are the 4 things that I'm currently using to stay organized. It's working really well for me in terms of, keeping on top of all my deadlines, keeping track of the hours that I'm doing, and all of those little nitty-gritty things that come with having casual academic contracts. If you like this content, please like and subscribe to my channel. And there's also heaps more about PhD and organization and everything else related to that on the Doctor of What blog. So also check